Hey guys, it's Troy here, back with another Mario Kart Wii video. This time we're doing some post commentary. Haven't done that in a while. It's kind of nice. Don't have to race and talk at the same time. And we are going to be playing Mr. Bean's new game mode, Item Rain, which is going to be in the new CTGP update coming out soon. Now, you guys have probably seen Item Rain before on Mr. Bean's channel. If you're not subbed to him, I definitely recommend it. He puts out videos for all of the latest and greatest hacks he comes up with. Definitely check it out, link in the description. And Item Rain originally had it so you can only get items on the ground that were like stars, mushrooms, shells, bananas, things that actually get dropped. However, MrBean and Chadderz, they've added it so you can actually get items like POW blocks, mega mushrooms, the lightning or the shock, you know, bullet bills. It's really cool. It's really something. And these are items that obviously you can't actually get on the ground normally. So it makes for some chaotic races, to say the least. And I think this game mode is going to be really exciting. Like, Countdown was a little bit complicated, so a lot of people didn't really give it much of a try, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see people playing this game mode all the time. So this is the first race, and by far the craziest. This is Baby Park, and guys, like, Baby Park plus Item Rain is going to get pretty hectic. If you think Baby Park is crazy on its own, like, this takes it to a whole new level. Now, to compensate for the fact that there is so many items that are dropping everywhere all the time, there's like an item or two drop every single frame, and there's like 30 frames per second on 8-player plus, and I think 60 frames per second on 7-player and under for Item Rain. So items are dropping every second, so there's no item boxes, which is a good thing because it's already hectic enough, and like, I don't think I can handle more items on top of what's already being thrown at us. So pretty much every single item in Mario Kart Wii is in play here. There's no Thundercloud, you can't get the Thundercloud, but you can run into a blooper and blooper all your enemies in front of you. Same with POW blocks. You can even run into a blue shell, but it won't launch it at the guy in first. It will explode like a landmine, like a bomb. So it's really crazy. The bombs, they function in the way where if you're like holding a bomb behind you or something and someone bumps you and the bomb gets thrown out of you, or if you get shocked and the bomb gets thrown out of you, it doesn't explode on radius, it explodes after a timer. So you don't have to worry about getting too close to bombs unless they've been in play for a while. So the bullets are really cool. They actually are facing straight up and they spin around, and I think there could be 5 of them on the field at once. Same with the shocks. There can be many more bananas and shells. Like, you see those everywhere. And mega mushrooms too. Mega mushrooms are definitely not scarce. So that was lap 7. That's the end of the race. And I mean, it was just a disaster. That was my first time playing Item Rain, and I am nowhere near the level of Mr. Bean at Item Rain. Like, look at that. Isn't that cool? Oh my gosh, the track looks crazy. And then we got the roller coaster in the background. Oh man. Okay, so next we're doing custom tracks and regular tracks in this. So I decided to include this GP. I played a couple GPs, but this one, even though it was my first one and I do the worst, I like this one because it shows off the retro courses and some custom track retro courses, which are great because they have like very flat surfaces and it allows for a lot of player interaction, which means that the races are crazy. That's great because you get a lot of items that are actually landing on the ground. Like tracks like Rainbow Road, a lot of the items just fall into the space and you don't even get to see them. So the track's actually not that crazy for Item Rain. But a track like this one, it gets pretty nuts. You know, there's pipes, there's snow, there's like, you know, 50 different items you have to avoid. There's the other racers. It's pretty crazy. But anyway, this mode is going to be coming to CTGP in the next update, along with like LAN mode. Yeah, you can actually play Mario Kart Wii with your friends. If you have 2 Wiis and 2 TVs, you could play against your friends offline without having to do split screen. It's honestly the coolest thing ever. I'm so happy it exists. I got the shock. That was cool. Yeah, so anyway, that is a game changer because I can actually like invite my friends over now, and I'm gonna get another setup so I can play like 2-player with my friends online and not have to worry about split screen. It's gonna be so much fun. So yeah, anyway, that's another one of the updates. There's gonna be plenty more tracks added in the future, but this first update is gonna revolve around, I think, Item Rain, LAN mode, and then there's gonna be some new feature where hopefully it's going to create less lag in online matches, because it's like we're gonna I forget exactly how it works, but MrBean and Chadderz have been testing it in order to make rooms less laggy in like private rooms. So that's exciting. There's so much cool stuff being added in the future, and I mean, it's like, you know, I've said this before, but it's like having DLC from Mario Kart, and it's even better almost than Nintendo DLC, because like it's community driven, and it's people who play the game like for years, like they know what they want, you know? So like this right here, like I don't think you'll ever see something like this in a Mario Kart game. And this is the beta of it, so there's definitely some issues that are gonna get fixed. I know MrBean has already fixed a few issues, like it was actually freezing the game at the beginning of some of the courses. Like on Bowser Castle 3, the bombs would drop on the thwomp before the race would start, and then it would actually make it so the game would just completely crash for everyone. That's what I heard. So now that's been fixed, so fixing some of the freezing issues. For 8-player plus, it does drop to 30 FPS. Like this room was 8 players, so it's 30, and it's definitely, it's kind of like playing split screen where it's 30, except you can actually see the screen. But anyway, so it took me a while to get used to it, but once you get used to it, you don't even really notice it. When you're playing 30 and you're playing item rain, you're not really even focused on how you're driving. Oh, you see that shell? It literally just flew from the sky right on top of me. That's pretty hilarious. So anyway, yeah. When you're playing item rain, like you don't even, I notice myself not even wheeling as much as I do when I play regular Mario Kart, because I'm so focused on getting the items in front of me and trying to not miss any opportunities, and I totally just got destroyed right there. But yeah, so I wouldn't be surprised if people are using vehicles like the Quacker in item rain rooms, because acceleration is super key in these rooms, and to be honest, a lot of the bonuses, like even speed, it doesn't matter that much in item rain as you'd think compared to regular racing. Alright guys, for the last track we have Delfino Square. This one is a little bit more complicated than the previous 3 tracks, which is good. You get to see how this item rain functions in like the narrow corridors of the level, and you know, this one's just got a little bit more depth it's got a little more of a skill ceiling, we'll say, than the other ones for driving complexity. But yeah, so I think this mode is also like really good practice, because it really keeps you alert the entire time. Like when you play Mario Kart Wii, honestly, like, oh, we got the BAM shock dodge. But when you play Mario Kart Wii, there are times where you're on straightaways and you don't really have to focus much on the race. You can literally look away from the screen for like 2 or 3 seconds and be totally fine. That is not the case in item rain. Like if you're on a straightaway, you can't just look back, like, you know, look away from the TV for a few seconds. You can't do that. You have to constantly be alert, because at any moment, you know, the shock could drop right in front of you and you want to grab it. So it's pretty crazy stuff. Oh man, almost dodged, and instead I get blued and lightninged. That was rough. So yeah, hopefully watching this gets you excited to try out the mode. If you don't have CTGP, I'll definitely put the link in the description to get you started, put you in the right direction. I know many of you are just gonna be like, I can't figure out how to get CTGP. There are tutorials that exist. You can literally just YouTube search it, and that should help you if you can't figure it out from the text-based website MrBean has. But I will try to make my own video on it over summer to try to demonstrate how easy it is. But I can understand that some of you, like, this is unknown territory and it just is a little bit much to handle, you know, having to figure out how to hack your Wii and whatnot. But yeah, you can use a Wii U also. Like, I've been playing on the Wii U ever since I came back to Mario Kart. But if I do make a tutorial on it, I'll probably make it for the Wii, because I know most people have Nintendo Wiis. Let's be honest guys, the Wii U didn't sell that well. But that doesn't stop from the fact that it is really cool that we can actually use the Wii U for something other than the Wii U games that are all just getting ported to the Switch anyway. Because, I mean, I actually play Mario Kart Wii on my Wii U, so even though I like to make fun of the Wii U sometimes, I use it all the time. Because it did have backwards compatibility, and like, you gotta thank Nintendo for that. It wasn't a complete failure, to say the least. Alright guys, that is it for this video. Be sure to leave a like if you enjoyed and are excited for Item Rain. I know I am. Look forward to more videos of the upcoming CTGP update in the future, and I think that's all we got. Alright, enjoy Funky Kong dancing, and peace.